enough I can remember. I got enough I can remember. My heart is cold December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone.
But it says, still revenue for the skate brand declined 10% in the third quarter of the physical 2026. So that's saying, like, even though, they're trying to, things are going as planned, but the numbers aren't where they want them to be yet, I would assume. That's probably what I got from that right there. Let's see. Let me keep the party going real quick. Let me find my mouse. Boom. And we're going to scroll here. Says, the future is bright for Vans. If you ask the VF Corp president and chief executive officer, Bracken Darrell, says on the company's third quarter earnings call on Wednesday, Darrell told analysts that Vans' turnaround strategy is starting to deliver. VF remains focused on refreshing and upgrading the brand's product lineup. So they're saying it's starting to develop. That means, like, I guess maybe, or it's starting to deliver, which that's quote for, like, it's starting, but it's not where they want it to be, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? But any progress in the right direction, you got to look at that as something positive. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be negative and then, things go down. But who really, I think the younger generation, though, they're rocking Vans, though. I used to rock them when I was younger, too, when I skate, but I didn't have too many Vans. But I don't really see too many people rocking Vans. But I know Vans have their own, like, stores and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just it's not an old brand, but it's like a brand from back in the day that's just like, it's timeless, to be honest. But I don't really see too many people rocking Vans. Like, right? I'm not even just talking the sneakers, because they have merch and other things too. But it used to be a lot of these skate brands too. We're gonna keep it real, right? Even though Vans fall up under the VF Corp, but if you think about a lot of these skate brands, I can go down the list that I don't really see too much like we did back in the day. Y'all remember, like, the brand DC? I think it stands for Doors Clothing. I don't really see too many people rocking DC shoes and or clothing. Sometimes they do a drop every now and then, but it was crazy back then. We had a lot of skate brands. We had Lakai, we had Nike SB, of course, but then you also had a lot of them, like Osiris. I wore a lot of Osiris's too, you know what I'm saying? All the shoes I had were like brands that honestly a lot of people didn't even really know too when I was like in like middle school, until I started getting into the J's like a little bit. But which I always was, I just couldn't get them. But I used to always have a good skate shoe. I remember S, and I used to think it was ES, but I think it's pronounced S. So like there was an S brand, like ES with the little hyphenated mark or whatever you want to call it up there. That was a good skate brand too. You know what I'm saying? Skateboarding shoe brand too. Now you don't hear nothing talk about none of them. Like, some of them companies are still up, but I think a lot of skateboarders don't even have it's not crazy sponsored out like it used to. Maybe Naja and like some other skateboarders, but like the bulk of them, it's not everybody can, just skateboard for the company anymore. You want to have it all, your fruits and, spread out.
I figure out we go, you figure out we both different.